What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter back for day number 3 of our marathon unboxing series for the brand new Marvel HeroClix set Collector's Trove. Taneleer Tiven is an elder of the universe. He has been around since the Big Bang. And I gotta tell you, I have not been disappointed with the figures he has collected for this particular set. We have some cosmic guys. We have some, bigger names in the realm of the galactic version of Marvel with the Guardians, of course, of the Galaxy. Some Kree. We have some Adaptoids who were very big in Hickman's run on Avengers, as well as some other storylines. And then we've got some smaller characters, too. Some more kind of very human, very earthbound characters with Yelena Belova or Monica Rappaccini. I'm guessing we might see a little bit more from that element as well, while unexpected. On top of that, we've had Ant-Man Security Solutions in this particular set. When can you collect it? Well, the last couple of days I have told you. Unfortunately, we are so far ahead with this unboxing series, all I can tell you is early 2025. No date as of yet to share with you, but if you check in with your local comic shops and your local gaming stores, they will be able to let you know as soon as WizKids makes any announcements, or just, tune in to WizKids' social channels and they'll let you know as well. That being said, still hoping for an awful lot in this set. When I'm looking at the themes, everything that we've been going through, Guardians is very heavy throughout all of it. Seeing Ronan, the Accuser, and knowing that Annihilation was a part of that is a very cool thing. Seeing Cosmo. So really, like, the history of the Guardians of the Galaxy since their birth after the Annihilation series. You had Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, who did more of this kind of like first foray into the Guardians of the Galaxy, more of a kind of militaristic like response unit at first. That went into Brian Michael Bendis, doing a more keyed into the rest of the Marvel Universe run with Agent Venom and Kitty Pryde and these characters. So would they be in this set? Maybe, Agent Flash or The Thing could be in this set. After Bendis's run, you had Jerry Duggan's run. And in Duggan's run, it dealt a lot with the reconstitution of the Infinity Gems into our universe. And that's where the Collector and the Grandmaster actually played a huge role. So I would put money on the Grandmaster being in this set, and if I'm wrong, I don't know who I give that money to. That being said, the beginning of that series, something as strange has happened in the Marvel Universe, and the stones have kind of returned, but the Collector and the Grandmaster know that somebody's kind of pulling some strings behind the scenes, and they're trying to figure it out. But it starts with a gambit against each other. The Guardians of the Galaxy are hired by the Collector to break in, by the Collector to break into the Grandmaster's citadel and get something that the Collector believes the Grandmaster has stolen from him. And they end up embroiled in this battle of siblings of the Elders of the Universe. Very, very fun run, very cool opening to the beginning of Jerry Duggan's run. There's a lot that happens in that run, though. It leads up to Infinity Wars, Requiem, when Gamora becomes something more than just Gamora herself. After that, you had Donny Cates' run. Donny Cates' run was super crazy and was tied more into Null, Silver Surfer. You had a really wild lineup at the beginning of that with the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Could he be in this set? Beta Ray Bill, we know, is in the set. From the outside of the box, he was a member of that Guardians team. Moondragon, Phi Lavelle, they're from a different universe, but Nova, a ton of characters. The beginning of Donny Cates' run opens with the death of Thanos, actually. What happens after Thanos is dead? And it turns out that Thanos had one last trick to play on the universe. He was going to download his conscience into somebody else's body that was still alive. You can never kill Thanos. Only Thanos can remove himself from the board, is the way he looks at it. Star Fox, his brother, if you didn't know that, Star Fox is also from the planet Titan. He is one of the Titans, just like Thanos. He gathers all of these space heroes together and says, we've got to figure out who it's going to be. And my number one guess is it's Gamora. And it becomes this galactic hunt for Gamora at the beginning of Donny Cates' run. But like I said, it deals with other storylines. The end of Thanos, Silver Surfer, Black. There is so much that happens around the time that Donny Cates, he was kind of engineering like the entire galactic kind of angle of Marvel Universe at the time, just like Jerry Duggan did before him, and then Al Ewing after him. And I know I spoke a little bit yesterday about Teenage Groot and the angsty teenage version of Groot that happens. I attributed it to the wrong author. It was Al Ewing. How could I possibly do that? Al Ewing's run is so great in Guardians. It is so good. I also attributed Star-Lord's death and rebirth as really like a sun god almost to a different author as well. That is Al Ewing. That is all his doing. And then, you know, just the characters they deal with in that. Marvel Novar, Marvel Boy, such a cool character. Hercules is in that run, so could they be in this set? So there are so many, and Hercules would make a lot of sense as well. So there is so much that we're still missing. We got a lot of the last run of the Guardians, but I'm still thinking that we might get pieces of the other ones earlier. That being said, today, on top of doing 2 boosters, is also going to be everybody's favorite day, Legacy Card Day. I'm going to tell you all the figures you need to go find and dust off in your old collection here on the hump day of our unboxing series. Here on this beautiful Wednesday, I will tell you all the ones you need to go dig up from the piles, and if you don't have them, go and get them from somewhere. I'll tell you that at the end of the video after I open my Legacy card. There are only 7 Legacy cards in this set, so they're giving us a little bit of a break. There's been like 10, 12, 13, 14 in past sets. There's only 7, so nobody freak out. That being said, tell me in the comments down below what your favorite figure is that I have pulled so far, and you can include today's unboxings as well. So at the end of the video, make your decisions. What are your favorite characters that I have unboxed so far? Your favorite that you want to play with for fun, or your favorite that you want to play with because you think meta-wise they are gonna break something. We already know that there are going to be some interesting figures in this set that I think could fill out the roster as well. I'm guessing that Howard the Duck could be in this set. I know we've got crazy Howard the Duck fans out there, but he is another hero that was collected by the collector. Wolverine, another hero that was collected by the collector. We've already seen Wasp. We've already seen Rocket Raccoon. They've had the same thing happen to them, so who knows? Without further ado, let's get to opening for today. Oh, man. I know, a lot to get through just to get to the opening, but, you know, ooh, okay. Well, we should have guessed this guy was going to be here. I mean, 100%. We've already seen this Iron Man Sentry, and I'm going to set him just a little bit off to the right, leaving the middle spot open for somebody that that deserves to be there. Mantis, we've already seen. Here, I'll just put her right there a little bit. Now, a couple of figures we have not yet seen. We have... Oh, I thought that was going to be Hala. No, we have a Kree Accuser generic. I guess I should have known it wouldn't be Hala because she didn't have the universal weapon there. Then we get Drax. Oh, man, if we want to talk about a journey, Drax has been on one for sure. And last but not least, we got the big man himself. Oh, man, with a skull for a face, Thanos. That can only mean one thing. Yes, very, very, very cool. I can already tell that Thanos is going to be insanely powerful. On top of that, in this pack, we also have one more one-shot. So just one one-shot in here. No equipment. We've only seen one piece of equipment so far. That was the universal weapon. I guess I expected the equipment to be tumbling out a little bit more. One thing I didn't see yesterday, though, the universal weapon does indeed have a super rare tab on it. So I guess maybe that shows us the rarity of what we're going to be pulling. We pulled Ant-Man, we pulled Ronan the Accuser, and we pulled the universal weapon. So we'll see if the trend continues that you get equipment with the character that utilizes it. That being said, no equipment in this particular booster. So we've already seen the Iron Man Sentry. We've already seen Mantis. So we'll put them off to the side. We will start with the generic that we got today, and this is the Kree Accuser. She's big. She's giant. The Accusers, I guess, are all pretty tall. Let's see. The Kree Accuser. Kree Soldier has the Kree and Soldier keyword. Set number 3 comes in at 25 points. 1,000 years of Kree vengeance. Okay, very cool. Ronan had the same thing. At the beginning of the game, choose a keyword for all characters. With this trait, unique modifier, friendly characters with the keyword modify their attack and damage by +1 when attacking a character with that keyword. Now, Ronan himself was unique yesterday. But the modifier is also unique because now we see, of course, we have these generics, and you can't just have this crazy stacking effect of all the Kree running around with massive stats, I suppose, right? So unique modifier only on that. Kree Tech, Energy Shield Deflection, and Toughness has it all the way down the dial. Only 25 points, some sidestep, some precision strike. Has the police keyword, and if you see on the back here, Guardians of the Galaxy number 25 in 2015 is the significant appearance. Very, very cool. I think that's kind of towards the end of Bendis's run, if I'm not incorrect. I could be wrong. I have been wrong on this unboxing series already. I'm going to put the Kree Accuser over on the villain side. We need a little bit more over there. They're going to gain a big one here in just a moment. Next, let's take a look at Drax. But before we do, Drax has gone through such an amazing change. And if you are a big fan of Drax the Destroyer, but have never really read comics, I would love for you all to go back to right before Annihilation, and read the Drax the Destroyer single series. Drax used to be a big oafy dude with, a purple cloak, and he just went around the galaxy destroying things. He was not the nuanced character, the slimmer, more deadly killing machine that he is now. He was just a big, dumb brute. He was Hulk in space. Before Annihilation, a story is told where that former body dies, and this smaller, sleeker, tattooed version of Drax breaks out of within it. Now, the reason Drax was a destroyer is Thanos came to Earth, killed a man that Drax was tied to. That human man was reborn into Drax the Destroyer, just this, unthinking lump, right? And then he always has had just a vengeance about Thanos that he was seeking. It was his job to go and kill Thanos. That was it. And nobody could get in his way. And that's just that was his whole thing. That was his whole backstory. Thankfully, you have this new story before Annihilation. He ends up actually having to protect a young girl. It's kind of like Ripley in Aliens, like protecting the young girl. It's kind of what I liken it to. This story where this young girl, Cammy, goes on this entire journey, facing down Annihilus, the Annihilation Wave, the end of the universe in Annihilation, and Drax really starts to care for something outside himself, outside his vengeance, and that is the beginning of the Drax that we now know and love. Drax went on just being, a little more funny, a little bit more team-oriented as Guardians of the Galaxy continued on, and then became a pacifist for a little while. It was a very heartbreaking story that was told in Jerry Duggan's run about how he was going to free a bunch of slaves on a planet when he killed the slave master, because he would just always kill without a thought, because that's still what Drax was. When he killed the slave master had an implant in his head, and it killed every slave on the planet. Drax, unknowingly, unthinkingly, killed hundreds of very innocent people and became a pacifist for quite some time. The human that had died, Arthur Douglas, was a musician, was a saxophone player. And Drax, in that storyline, much like Gamora, started to feel that a part of his soul was missing. Something was wrong, and he could not figure it out. And towards the end of that run, you see him and Arthur Douglas actually, through the Guardians, going into the Soul Stone, because Duggan's whole run is about Gamora assembling the stones and dealing with trying to bring back a piece of her soul. Drax does the same thing, and Arthur Douglas and Drax the Destroyer are reunited, and it's a really, really cool story. On the other side of that, Drax is a more complete character now than we've ever had before. Love Drax to death. I encourage you to go read those runs if you love the character as much as I do. Okay, story time with Scotty P over. Let's take a look. Drax. Boom. Guardians of the Galaxy, Infinity Watch, Assassin, Brute, and Warrior. Yes, he was a member of the Infinity Watch a long time ago, but still was not who we know him as now. Set number 26 comes in at 75 or 50, has a split dial. Very cool. Drax the Guardian. Empower. When Drax uses it, other friendly characters with the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword are considered adjacent to him. Promise me it'll be worthwhile, Quill. Defend invulnerability. Adjacent friendly characters with the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword can use Mastermind, but only to choose Drax. Okay, so this Drax, it looks like, is Guardians of the Galaxy, the Lansing and Kelly run, just like the other Guardians that we've been pulling the last couple of days. In this storyline, we definitely see a version of Drax that is on the other side of that pacifism, that is still not wanting to just kill needlessly, though. And he is saying to Peter, tell me that these things we have to do will be worth it. Tell me that at the other end, whatever we need to accomplish, we can, and I will do these things for you. He is willing to kill, willing to go the extra mile for the Guardians, for his family, for Groot. Very, very cool. I love the dial. I love the translation of the books into that figure. Very, very cool. I just feel like Drax has had such a cool journey, and I really would love it if you guys would all go down that road if you've never read it before. Okay, now, holy crap, I am looking at the dial of this Thanos, and I'm looking at his set number, and I'm going, wow, Sealed is going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Because this Thanos is set number 12. It is a common. This is a common Thanos, everyone. He has Black Order, Eternal, Minions of Thanos, Cosmic, Deity, Future, Past, Ruler, keywords. Astral Regulator. Free. Choose a character on your sideline with the Cosmic or Deity keyword and choose a standard power printed on their card. Thanos can use the chosen power until your next turn. Reap trait. This is awesome because Gamora and Nebula, his daughters in the Play at Home kit, have this same trait. When Thanos KOs an opposing character of 30 or less points, score 10 victory points. He comes in at 300 or 150 points, 6 range, 3 targets, hypersonic speed, a 14 attack and a 20 defense on the first click, 5 clicks of damage without wit. Oh my goodness gracious, look at the back. Yes, of course, he has cosmic energy. And yes, a significant appearance is Thanos, the Infinity Ending #1. It is a one-shot. It is a supersized issue. The reason Thanos has a skull for a face here is because he has become death himself. It is written by Jim Starlin. If you've never heard the name Jim Starlin, he's the person that created Thanos. He wrote Thanos all the way through. He wrote Infinity Gauntlet, the massive event that brought Thanos really, truly, honestly to the fore of Marvel Comics, made him the icon for Marvel Comics that he is now, set him up to be the end-all, be-all villain of the Marvel Universe. That is all due to Jim Starlin. Jim Starlin came back in 2019 and told his final tale of Thanos. And in this tale, Thanos takes the cosmic energy and jobs, basically, of death, of chaos, of order, of infinity, of all the elders of the universe, all the great constants of the universe, including, at the end of it all, the living tribunal and the one above all. I mean, he becomes God. The thing is, he loses his ability to act on his own because he has all of this put upon him. All of these universal constants, they have things that they are meant to do, jobs they are meant to perform. And Thanos has that thrust upon him. He does not want to do them. The only person that can kill that Thanos is another Thanos himself. It follows a lot of the Infinity Watch from back in the day. If you don't know, the Infinity Watch was Pip the Troll, Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, Adam Warlock, a couple of other characters, Star Fox. And this tale has Pip the Troll, Star Fox, Thanos, Adam Warlock in it. And they are helping a, I guess, somewhat heroic version of Thanos figure out how to defeat this all-encompassing Thanos and prevent what this Thanos represents in this sculpt and in this dial from ever happening. Very cool book. It is the swan song for Jim Starlin. Thank you so much to Jim Starlin for providing us Thanos, because some of the greatest moments in, you know, Marvel Comics history, and a lot of people's favorite character is Thanos himself. Very, very cool. So suggest you go read that. It's one issue. It is difficult to follow. Just going to say that. Very difficult to follow. But if you are steeped in the knowledge of Thanos and you've read all the other Starlin stuff, don't miss that issue. Very, very cool. The one-shot that we have in here, one-shot number 8, Diabolic Bargain. And on it, we have a Mephisto. Effect. At the beginning of your turn, you may deal a friendly character 1 unavoidable damage. If you do, remove an action token from that character. Oh, I don't know why I spoke in that voice. Just felt like I should. Only 5 points for this. The gems are 10 points. If you flip it over, of course, it goes black and white. And it has been used for the game. Diabolic Bargain. Many people have made diabolic bargains with Mephisto and lived to regret it. And a lot of comic fans have regretted some of those deals as well. We won't mention Spider-Man. Okay, the little tip card is actually an advert for a Captain America from the Ice Iconics figure. Very cool. I love the back of it. You can see the Captain America kind of like covered in seaweed, trudged up from the ocean. Very cool. Iconic moments, characters, and stories made specifically for collectors and superfans. Marvel Iconics. Can't wait to see what this one is all about. There's a QR code to learn more on there. So no hints about what is coming in this set. We still haven't seen a checklist at all. Although one of the pieces that I did, or one of the cards that I pulled, did have the equipment checklist on the back. And I can tell you there's 8 pieces of equipment. I thought there was going to be a little bit more, but very cool. We know a bunch of them already, but I'm not going to spoil the rest of them. Just because I don't want to completely spoil the set for you. I want you guys to figure out some stuff on your own. I want all my buddies out there that also do unboxings for this game. If you're watching right now, what's up, y'all? I want them to have their moment to shine as well, so I don't spoil the checklist. I know some people out there get grumpy with me, but whatever. Share your grump in the comments down below. Ooh, okay, we've got some bubble wrap. We do have one of those pieces of equipment here, and yes, it looks like it ties to the person in the bubble wrap. Very, very cool. Okay. We've already seen Shield Agent, but like I always say, I don't mind getting generics, multiple versions of them. We have another Iron Man, but this Iron Man is not the same one that we pulled. This doesn't seem like it's the same Iron Man that we got from Iron Wars, interestingly enough. Now, Iron Man, there was an Iron Man that was part of the Guardians of the Galaxy for a little while, so maybe we'll get that. Hadn't considered that yet. We have Wasp, who we've already seen. And, of course, we have our piece of equipment, and that piece of equipment is the Crimson Gem. Now, the Crimson Gem comes from the Crimson Cosmos. In the Crimson Cosmos, there is a god/demon, I mean, arguments have been had, called Cyttorak. And if you know anything about Marvel Comics, you know Cain Marko found the gem of Cyttorak and became the unstoppable Juggernaut. This guy is massive. Oh my gosh. You're going to be able to pick him out of a lineup. If your envoy lets you shake the box before you open anything in sealed, you will definitely know you got Juggernaut. He is heavy. Oh my gosh, he is a big dude, man. He looks great too, and he's holding the Crimson Gem in his hand. Oh, I just noticed that just now. Okay, so we got our second piece of equipment. Very, very, very cool. Let's see what else we have in here. We also have 2 one-shots, so continuing to roll those bad boys out. Really, really cool. Let's take a look to start here since we've already seen the Shield Agent. Remember, they can change from Shield to Hydra. We saw that on day 1. If you haven't watched, go back and check it out. We saw Wasp, one of the first ever heroes that was collected by the collector. And it does look like this Iron Man is different. So let's start with this particular Iron Man here. Boom. Iron Man. Avengers. Stark. Oh, he's listening to the same music Monica Rappaccini was. Let's just show the lean, let's just show the lean. Hopefully we don't get demonetized for that. Avengers, Stark Industries, Armor, Celebrity, and Scientist keywords. Set number 15 comes in at 75 or 40 points. You get a trait here. Drones outside now. Leadership, but succeeds on a 4 to a 6. If any opposing characters are equipped, when Iron Man uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, you may generate a Iron Man sentry on click number 1. Okay, very cool. So the sentries that we had from the Hot Shots storyline can be generated from this Iron Man. Race for the creation constellation. Oh, this is the Hot Shots Iron Man. Wow, okay, didn't expect that. The creation constellation, knockback. When Iron Man knocks back an opposing character and that character is dealt knockback damage, after resolutions, unequip their equipment. On the back, Domino Hot Shots is the significant appearance. Interesting. I did not expect one-shots to get an Iron Man here today. Really cool sculpt, though. I mean, not one-shots, hot shots. Now they got me all the shots mixed up together. And that lean ain't nothing you can't fix by just holding them in place for a little bit, guys. That being said, boom, Iron Man there. I love that he's doing the drone creation, all that stuff. Very, very cool. But like I said, wait, are we getting the creation constellation as one of the items in this set? That would make sense. That would make sense if that's one of the things of equipment. I didn't actually look at which ones we're getting. So maybe I need to go back and check on that. But that could make sense. Creation Constellation is one of the pieces of equipment. That being said, I don't know who, unless Domino's, but we've already seen Domino with the Creation Constellation. So actually, strike what I said. Probably not going to happen. All right, let's look first at, oh my gosh, I just saw something that tickled my fancy so much. We're not going to start with the Crimson Gem. We're going to start with Juggernaut. And I don't even know if he's going to fit in this frame. Guys, oh my gosh, barely. Barely, barely. He is gigantic. Can't quite see his fist. It is holding the gem, though. You can see just a little bit of it at the top there. Brotherhood of Mutants, Thunderbolts, X-Men, Brute, Mystical. Set number 31A. So he's going to have a prime. 80. I'm the Juggernaut. Juggernaut can reduce penetrating damage. Safeguard, outwit. Ain't nothing can beat me. Charge, but do not have speed. He's got a 10 movement at the top of his dial, folks. That special movement power cannot be outwitted. He is going a full 10 spaces across the board. He has improved movement over elevated terrain. Oh my goodness, and if you look at the back here, I am going to blank things up, beep things up. Giant reach of 2, close. Make a close attack after resolutions. Deal 2 damage to each adjacent opposing character. If Juggernaut destroyed terrain this turn, the damage dealt is penetrating. How is he damaging terrain? Well, I'll give you one hint. It's the other thing we pulled here today. That is so, so cool. Gosh, he's massive. We look back at the front. The amount of damage he is doing, the fact that it can become penetrating is pretty insane because, as we will see now, the Crimson Gem, we'll look at the card here. Indestructible, and this is what tickled my fancy, everybody. Qualifying names, Colossus, Juggerduck, and Juggernaut. Oh my gosh. The reason Juggernaut's going to be dealing penetrating damage all over the place whenever there's terrain is because this grants him improved movement through blocking terrain, super strength, and safeguard mind control as well. Of course, the back of the cards are just the rules. If you don't know how to work equipment, pause it now. Take a look at it. Okay, boom. Let me pull this off. Everybody knows the story of Juggernaut, right? What happened was, way back in the day, there was these 8 beings, okay? Sitarak is one of them. I cannot remember the other 7's names, but they are ancient, you know, they have been around for forever, right? These 8 demons/gods showed up on Earth and decided that they wanted to have a competition for, like, complete rule of the whole thing. They each left an element of themselves somewhere on the Earth. Upon a human finding it, it would call them and then call them to the earth, that particular god, whoever was aligned with that one item. And then 7 other humans would be compelled to go find the 7 other items. Then all 8 of these beings would come to earth. They would each take an eighth of the humans of earth, and they would war against each other. And they would see if their avatar and their army could defeat the other for control of earth. The only problem with this plan is nobody found the items for a very long time. And when somebody finally did find this crimson gem, they hid it away. They knew it was great evil. I think it was some monks, some old monks that found it, and they hid the thing away. There was a couple people died, whatever. They hid it in Korea, actually, where it was discovered by Cain Marco, who is, half-sibling or step-sibling to Charles Xavier. Once upon finding the Crimson Gem, Cain Marco was immediately transformed into the avatar of Sidorak, who is this being from the Crimson Cosmos, and became Juggernaut. And it protects, Sidorak, his powers that he grants his avatar are basically indestructible armor, huge strength, the ability to avoid psychic attacks of any kind, which made Juggernaut the perfect foil for Professor Xavier, of course, because, I mean, how else would Xavier attack you? So it was a pretty cool storyline early on, but they didn't really build out all this other, is it the Octessence? I can't remember what they called the 8 of them, but they never really built the rest of it out. It would have been cool to see 8 different avatars like Juggernaut, but each of them with their own special powers, like battling each other for complete control. The thing with Sidorak is, though, he is a very selfish deity. He does not allow you to worship or use anybody else's powers. So upon gaining any other, cosmically imbued items, he will strip you of your powers. So Cain Marco has been stripped at times when he has controlled other items, like during Fear Itself. Fear Itself, Cain Marco becomes a different character. And as he touches an item of Asgardian magic, that transforms him into something itself. He's not Angrer, I can't remember the name that Juggernaut becomes. But he was stripped of the Gem of Sidorak at that point, and it was then granted to Colossus. Well, lo and behold, we see this name Juggerduck here, and it made me laugh so hard. In Guardians of the Galaxy, and I believe it is in, I think it's in Cates' run, there is a time when the Guardians of the Galaxy show up to defeat an evil force, but they're from an alternate universe, and they are led not by Star-Lord, but by Cable. And Cable is bringing all these heroes from his universe to try and defeat this one evil in our universe from taking over the multiverse, basically. And the very first team he brings with him, Howard the Duck is Juggernaut. It is the Juggerduck. And it doesn't stick around for very long, but I'm pretty sure that Juggerduck is going to be the prime for Juggernaut. That is insanity. I'm going to say Howard the Duck is definitely going to be in this set, and my mind is blown that the Juggerduck is a part of this thing. Well played. Well played, whoever did the character choosing for this particular set. I never expected Juggerduck to show up as a HeroClix. So cool. So we've seen the Crimson Gem. We have seen Juggernaut himself. I'm still thinking Cosmic Cube could be in this set, Red Skull, that kind of thing. Although I know many of the other people have used the Cosmic Cube. And the Cosmic Cube, when I say the Cosmic Cube, there's not only one Cosmic Cube. There are many Cosmic Cubes. What happens with the Cosmic Cube is you open up the Beyonders universe, basically, and you take the power of the Beyonders and you pull it into a container, and it will force itself into a shape, most often a cube. So who knows? What other items? Tell me. That's something we can talk about in the comments down below. What other equipment or items do you want to see? I know we're getting Stormbreaker. I would guess maybe Mjolnir. What other equipment would you like to see in the last 2 days of this set? As we've only pulled 2 pieces of it, and we're only going to be getting 8 pieces total. We've already seen Diabolic Bargain. And have we seen the Mind Gem already? I'm just going to check. We haven't. So the Mind Gem is One Shot 001. We'll take a look at that real quick, and then we'll move on to Legacy cards. Mind Gem, One-shot, Infinity Gem. When an opposing character is hit, after resolutions, you may choose a power that character can use, and that character cannot use that power until your next turn. So kind of like a one-shot outwit situation. 10 points. Pretty spicy cost on that bad boy. You know, not a lot of 10-point outwitters out there, though. So, you know, if you need it in a pinch, again, or, you know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, one-man army kind of, or one-figure army kind of teams, this might be just a way for them to gain the extra things that they need to push them over the top, right? So, so that could be something as well. You have a 270-point character, throw a couple of gems on them. Who knows? I'm still trying to figure out how the cost for these gems is going to work in my head. Rules card, introducing one-shots. I think we saw this on day one, and we've also talked about it already, but this has Beta Ray Bill on it. Beta Ray Bill and Stormbreaker, Thunderback and a HeroClix. The Corbinite warrior is a mighty foe, but his noble nature shows in his I say thee nay trait. With it, he can sacrifice his equipment to spare an ally from an opponent's attack. Pair him with the To Me My Hammer one-shot. Ooh, very cool. And Stormbreaker will return to his hand afterwards, escaping total destruction. Very cool. Introducing one-shots. One-shots bring the memorable plot twists and powerful abilities from the comic books to the HeroClix table. One-shot cost points add to your sideline, where they will offer your team's potent effects. However, once a one-shot's bonus is used, that one-shot is turned face down and can't be used again. Time your one-shots wisely, because you only get one shot with them. Well done. Dad jokes for everyone. All right. That is pretty cool. I hope we pull Beta Ray, but that's a really interesting one-shot, right? The equipment, you get rid of it because of a power that is printed on a card, and then utilize a one-shot to get your equipment back to you. That's a really cool, that's synergistic. I like that a lot. We haven't seen too many of those. Okay, legacy cards. All right, I'm going to open mine. We're going to see what we got. And then I will tell you the 7 figures that will be legacy carded. So the other 6 outside of the one that I pull here, which there is just so much tape all over this. Oh, no. Oh, no. What the heck? Yeah, we all know that plastic wrap is my worst enemy, 100%. Foil, maybe second here, or tape. Okay. My legacy card that I pulled, drum roll please, for this set is none other than Iron Man. And this Iron Man comes from HeroClix 10th anniversary. It's set number 9, comes back in 2012. Now, that is going to be legacy card 009, but there are not 9 cards in this set. I will give Joe in the back a second to get that loaded up, but in the meantime, I will share with you all the other figures that we are going to have in this particular set. Starting with Captain America from What If. He was set number 36. Boom. Captain America. From Marvel 15, What If. Boom. Set number 36. Following that, we have the Machine Smith. This is really cool. Set number 67. And Machine Smith came out of Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati. The reason this is really cool is because Machine Smith is yet another piece of Ant-Man security solutions. So very cool to see. I guess he's not going to be in this set, but Machine Smith get a legacy card treatment. The next one is going to be Molecule Man. And this is from Fantastic Four Future Foundation. Set number 44 in that set. And that is going to be the 4th legacy card for this particular set. The next one is going to be Captain Marvel. Boom. She comes from Captain America and the Avengers, and her set number is 54. She is a super rare in Captain America and the Avengers. The next one is the old creepy man himself walking around with eyeballs. Nick Fury, from Nick Fury and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Super rare, set number 56. That is set number 56 for that Nick Fury. And last but certainly not least, we have the titular character of this particular unboxing series. We have the Collector. The Collector comes from Captain America and the Avengers. He is set number 64, the Collector. All right, let's now take a look at the Iron Man Legacy card. Iron Man has Avengers, Illuminati, S.H.I.E.L.D., Stark Industries, Armor, Celebrity, and Scientist keywords. Adaptive Armor. When Iron Man would take damage from an equipped character, instead he takes no damage and rolls a d6. On a roll of 1 to 3, deal Iron Man 1 unavoidable damage. Protected Pulse Wave. Divert Power is a special attack. Choose 2 combat values. Until your next turn, Iron Man modifies the first +2 and the second -2. Whoa, that is crazy. So cool to be able to overcharge or supercharge something like that. He comes in at 100 or 50 points. On the back of the card, he has another special ability, this one in damage. The Maria Stark Foundation, Leadership, and Perplex. Iron Man can use both, regardless of line of fire or adjacency. Now, it does not say range, so you can't just do it anywhere. But if you look back at the front of the card, he has 8 range. 8 range. Perplex, Outwit, regardless of line of fire or adjacency. There you have it. That Iron Man, once again, is from Marvel HeroClix 10th anniversary, and the rest of them are all up here. I'll try and cram them all in and see if I can fit them up in the little front view here so you can see everybody. Boom. That is the rest of your Legacy cards, Legacy characters. There you go. Take a screenshot, jump into your collection, and go hunting. Good luck and Godspeed. That's going to do it for today's unboxing video. I'm super excited. If you love the Legacy card stuff as much as I do, because you get to use your old figures and bring them back and give them new life, good luck finding all those, but this Legacy card, Iron Man, can be yours as a part of the entire auction that we're going to do for this whole unboxing series to support the Huntington's Disease Society of America, and an online auction I'll be posting after the 5th day of this unboxing series airs on this Friday, so look for it on the Oxid app and the HeroClix Cafe sometime this upcoming weekend. If you want to own or collect this unboxing swag that I'm opening in front of all of you today, you can bid to win that for a very, very great cause as a part of our HeroClix for Huntington's initiative. Thank you so much, everybody who contributed ever to that cause. We have made so much money for such a great cause, and it's all because of this community. I'm so honored to be a part of it. I got to say thank you to WizKids for sending me this set so early that we don't even know the release schedule for it. Early 2025 is all they told me to tell you guys. We just wanted to get you this unboxing series as kind of a holiday treat before the holidays came. So that's what we've done. Thank you to HyperRPG, Joe back there on the 1 and 2s, for making me look and sound great. Thank you so much to all of you for watching. I asked you a couple of questions throughout today's video. What is your favorite character so far that I have pulled just for funsies? And what is the dial you think is going to be a meta breaker that I've pulled so far, if you think there are any? The other question I asked, and let me know in the comments down below, what equipment are you still holding out hope for to be in this particular set? I know there's a couple on the tip of my tongue, so I know you guys also have it. I can't wait to see you tomorrow to see what your answers were as well. And we'll be back for day 4 of our HeroClix unboxing. But until we are, may all your rolls be critical hits.